All of the sculptures use a silicon molds, and then the silicon molds has resin that's been poured into it. You can't paint resin, it always has to be poured. I actually colour the clear resin matching what I'm trying to describe. The thing about casting is something that's incredibly decrepit, when replicated, becomes really precious. There is something about the aura that a casting brings about which kind of counters Walter Benjamin's thing where he talks about the replica losing aura. I would say it was the other way around. Coming from Cairo with my parents and my brothers and sister, we arrived in Sydney and I was 6.5 years old, and I was not ready for the colour. Cairo is predominantly grey and dusty, and there's not a lot of trees or greenery. So what was most striking was the bright green of so many trees, the really bright red of the terracotta roofs on the houses, and just how bright the light was. And it was really like stepping into another world. It was like being on drugs. It was like, well, not that I'd ever had drugs as a kid, but it was like, the terrifying thing about it is that it was real. It wasn't like you were dreaming, it was just real and overwhelming. So often the objects are things that I would just encounter in an everyday kind of a situation. Usually they're things that are just lying around, and just at a particular moment of recognition, you realise that that's potentially a really great object to work with. You start to notice all those strange details only through the process of making. So I wasn't aware of the subtlety of the splatters and the transparent bits and the difference in the design of each. All of those things I took in and kind of took for granted, but it wasn't until I actually made it and started putting together that you start to appreciate all those finer things. It's only through the process of making that you're brought in a lot closer. It's a very intimate process. It was put here in the corner because it really started to highlight the imperfections in the bottoms of the walls, all the stuff that you pretend is not there, just really interesting. So this was a really fun piece to make because there are so many different colours in it. What it actually is the aggregate in the ground with a paving stone that was on top of it. So the stone had been taken up and the whole thing's been inverted. And once it came together, it became like this clouds of civilization, that it's almost like you're viewing a city from above. The moth tries to camouflage itself, and it's as though it's not there. It tries to be just a piece of plant material or just a twig, and it's perfectly static, and you're not supposed to see it, using corks as the legs of a moth and as a ping pong bat as its top. It's silly because it's maybe something like a kid would do. It's pleasure. And yeah, I don't. It's not even therapy. It's not particularly intellectual. I think it's just fun. I really do. It really is a lot of fun. It's hard, and it's not fun a lot of the time, but it is. It's like the biggest fun you can have. It's an adventure. It's being on safari every time. It's like a big adventure.